Hey my loves, I hope you're good. Today we move into a really important few days of our eclipse journey. Today, Jupiter, the planet of expansion, abundance, good luck and fortune, has moved into 29 degrees of Aries. Now this is the exact degree point that the Aries new moon solar eclipse happened on the 20th of April. And so as Jupiter moves across this degree point now, Jupiter is reactivating all of those eclipse energies. Now, what this means is that this is going to really highlight anywhere you've not been allowing yourself to expand, anywhere you've not been allowing yourself to grow, anywhere you've not been allowing yourself to move into your full potential and really follow where the eclipses have wanted to guide you. And so if you're feeling frustrated, a low level anxiety, a little bit of comparison, looking around at what everyone else is doing, and you're feeling stuck and like you don't know what way to go and nothing seems to be working, I'd invite you over the next few days to really dig a little deeper into that. What we sometimes find in situations like these is that the frustration is actually directed towards ourselves for not following where we know we need to go, for not making the changes we know we need to make, for not trusting and believing in ourselves enough to know that we can really move forwards in our lives and go after what it is that we want. And so this is a really beautiful key point in our eclipse journey. What will also happen, or could also happen at this time, is if you have been listening to what the eclipse is and Mercury retrograde and Pluto retrograde have been showing you, and you've been really digging deep and doing the work and finding that self-belief and that self-trust and moving yourself out there in the world, as Jupiter now moves over this degree point, you could find a sense of excitement and everything beginning to come together and doors starting to open and the pathway ahead beginning to become clear. And so really pay attention over the next few days, as this is going to be a really good indication of whether or not you've been leaning into and listening to what the energies of the past few weeks have wanted to show us. Now, we also have a fixed grand cross at the moment, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about that with next week's Taurus new moon because it applies a lot more to that moon. But a fixed grand cross can sometimes show us where we're resisting change, where we're not allowing ourselves to adapt and to move and to go with the flow. And so this could also be adding to those feelings of being stuck and not quite being able to move. And so as I say, dig deep, go inwards. Is that frustration at yourself for not allowing yourself to move forwards? With Jupiter then moving into Taurus next week and that Taurus new moon, we're then going to be able to really decide, knowing what we now know from what the eclipses have shown us, what is it we now want? And Jupiter in Taurus and that Taurus new moon is going to help us then to really anchor in and ground in and bring into reality everything that we want. So over these next few days, pay attention. They might show you what you don't want in order to know what you do want with next week's new moon. Because the seeds we plant at next week's new moon are going to be what blossoms and blooms and grows in our life over the next year. And so these next few days could give you a really good insight into what you're done with, what you no longer want in your life, where you've still been allowing yourself to be treated in certain ways, and where you've been really holding yourself back and still hiding. So if you're feeling those emotions, sit with them. Remember that our emotions only ever come up to give us messages, to give us guidance, to show us where we're out of alignment. And so if the frustration is there, the comparison is there, be with that, dig a little deeper, sit with it, invite it in. What are you here to show me? And then use these next few days as all that eclipse energy gets reactivated to really check in with what the messages and lessons of the last few weeks have been, and knowing what we now know, what seeds we want to plant to grow our future and move forwards with next week's new moon. I really hope that's helped. Thank you so much for being part of this community, and I will see you all very soon.